Achieving a high GMAT score is not solely a function of intellectual mastery, it also hinges on your ability to manage test anxiety and maintain composure under pressure. Below is a comprehensive analysis of the strategies outlined in your response, enriched with evidence-based insights and practical recommendations. Understanding test anxiety, psychological and cognitive impacts. Test anxiety is a widespread phenomenon among standardized test takers, including those preparing for the GMAT. It is characterized by physiological arousal, e.g., increased heart rate, negative thoughts, and behavioral changes that can undermine performance. The roots of test anxiety often lie in the high stakes of the exam, fear of failure, and time constraints. Test anxiety can significantly impair cognitive function, particularly working memory. When anxious, a portion of your cognitive resources is diverted to worry and self-doubt, leaving less capacity for problem-solving and reasoning. This is supported by cognitive load theory and the interference hypothesis, which state that anxiety consumes executive memory resources, reducing the ability to process test material efficiently. Empirical studies show that test anxiety can account for 2 to 15% of the variance in standardized test performance, with higher anxiety correlating with lower scores. The negative spiral of anxious thoughts can lead to overthinking, second-guessing, and ultimately, a drop in performance. It is important to recognize that a moderate level of anxiety can be adaptive, serving as a motivator for preparation and alertness. The key is to prevent anxiety from escalating to a level that impairs performance. Preparation strategies, building familiarity and confidence. A. Simulating test conditions. Regularly practicing under realistic, timed, and distraction-free conditions helps desensitize you to the pressures of the actual exam. This reduces novelty and uncertainty, two major contributors to anxiety. B. Reviewing mistakes. Analyzing errors after practice tests is crucial. This process not only identifies knowledge gaps but also helps you understand the patterns in your mistakes, whether they stem from misreading, conceptual misunderstandings, or time pressure. Addressing these issues systematically builds confidence and reduces anxiety. C. Maintaining a consistent routine. Physical preparation, adequate sleep, balanced nutrition, and regular exercise directly influences cognitive performance and stress resilience. Sleep consolidates memory and enhances focus, while good nutrition and exercise reduce anxiety and improve mood. Test day strategies, managing the environment and your mindset. A. Arriving early and choosing your space. Arriving early allows you to acclimate to the environment, select a seat away from distractions, and settle your nerves before the test begins. This proactive approach minimizes last-minute stressors. B. Pacing and time management. The GMAT's adaptive format means you cannot skip and return to questions, making time management critical. Setting a maximum time per question, e.g., 2 minutes for quant, 1.5 minutes for verbal, and moving on when stuck prevents time sinks and the anxiety that comes from falling behind. Practicing with timers and internalizing pacing benchmarks during preparation are essential. C. Guessing strategies. Strategic guessing is not only acceptable but necessary. The GMAT penalizes unanswered questions more heavily than incorrect ones. Making an educated guess and moving on helps maintain momentum and reduces the psychological burden of perfectionism. Relaxation techniques, evidence-based approaches. A. Breathing exercises. Deep, diaphragmatic breathing and progressive muscle relaxation are proven to reduce physiological arousal and calm the nervous system. These techniques can be practiced before and during the test to manage acute anxiety. B. Physical activity. Engaging in light exercise, e.g., walking, stretching, yoga, before the test can lower anxiety levels and improve cognitive function. Regular aerobic exercise in the weeks leading up to the test also builds long-term resilience to stress. C. Positive visualization. Visualization involves mentally rehearsing a successful test experience. This technique enhances confidence, motivation, and emotional resilience by creating positive neural associations with the test environment. Scientific studies show that visualization can improve performance by priming the brain for success. D. Mindfulness practices. Mindfulness meditation and mindful breathing have robust evidence supporting their effectiveness in reducing test anxiety and improving focus. Even brief mindfulness interventions, as short as 5 days, can yield significant benefits in anxiety reduction and test performance. Practice mindfulness or visualization daily in the weeks before the test. Use breathing exercises during breaks or when you notice anxiety rising. Incorporate light physical activity into your pre-test routine. The role of physical preparation. Physical well-being is foundational to cognitive performance. Sleep deprivation, poor nutrition, and lack of exercise can exacerbate anxiety and impair memory, attention, and reasoning. Prioritizing self-care, adequate sleep, balanced meals, and regular exercise should be integral to your GMAT preparation. Insights from high-scoring GMAT takers. Testimonials from high scorers often highlight the importance of managing anxiety as a key differentiator between practice and actual test performance. Many report that their scores improved significantly after they learned to relax, let go of perfectionism, and approach the test with a calm, focused mindset. Integrating strategies for maximum impact. To maximize your GMAT score, combine intellectual preparation with relaxation techniques. Simulate test conditions and review mistakes to build familiarity and confidence. Adopt a consistent routine that prioritizes sleep, nutrition, and exercise. Use evidence-based relaxation techniques, breathing, mindfulness, visualization, and physical activity, to manage nerves. Implement time management and guessing strategies to maintain pacing and reduce pressure. Anxiety consumes working memory resources, leaving less capacity for test-related tasks. Effective relaxation techniques help free up these resources for optimal performance. Maximizing your GMAT score is a holistic process that requires both cognitive mastery and emotional regulation. By systematically preparing, practicing under realistic conditions, and employing proven relaxation techniques, you can mitigate the negative effects of test anxiety and perform at your best on test day. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate anxiety entirely, but to manage it so that your knowledge and skills can shine through. Approach the GMAT as both a test of knowledge and a test of composure. With the right strategies, you can turn nerves into an asset and achieve your target score.